What's up guys, and welcome back to another Tales of Berseria playthrough video. So in the last part, I think we vaguely fought Shigure, I think that was his name, Rokuro's brother. And now we're trying to get off the island, and we know we're going to have to fight him to get off. So we're going to be continuing that. Check our expedition. Still nothing new for this one thing. Hopefully, hopefully we can get it by the end of the game. But, yeah, let's go. Let's see. Yeah, face Shigure at the port, past the mine. So, I think whenever we first ran into him, we slightly fought him, but I don't think we, fully have fought him yet, obviously. Water Norman hat. And a suit for Laffy, okay. These, I don't think anybody would use these other than just to have a joking manner. But, yeah, this is what they look like. There's a lot of these. And it's funny because I don't think I have one. Okay, yeah, I do have one for Velvet. So the funny part is that for Velvet, they at least, you know, obviously keep her weapon shown right there. And they keep her bandages shown for her arm, even though, you know, it's under the suit. So, cool little detail. But yeah, not much has been going on. Manga-wise, I think the only thing I've completed during this time is I've caught up with Miyako-chan for English release copies, and it's pretty good. I really hope we get a second season of that because one of the monsters looks really wicked. I don't think I finished it during my last video for this, but I did finish reading the quintuplets. Sadly, I already had it spoiled for me at the end, like movie wise, but I read it. Still very good. And we're gonna be getting another movie now, the honeymoon arc, so that will be cool. That'll be, I think, September of this year, so looking forward to that too. Also, the man is just waiting right here. Do you want to fight in the middle of town?
There they are.
Which must mean they took out every one of the exorcists who went after them.
Hey, I told them not to bother. Now how did that sword of yours turn out?
Daggers, not swords. Well, technically they call them short swords, but I call them daggers.
Fine, I'll find out for myself.
That little cat.
Rokuro, we can handle the exorcists. Go and find your victory.
Thanks. All right, let's get down to business.
Dude, Rokuro's not even in this fight. Hang on, dude. I gotta put Rokuro in here.
Come on, bro.
I'm sorry, but I got to.
Shut up! Don't play games with me. Ooh, those are some fine-looking swords you got there. Take a good look, because they're going to cut you down. Yeah, that's
It would be funny if they had a mechanic where if you started attacking Shigure right now, Rokuro tries to attack you.
Beatrice! You wronged me! Here's your justice! By the order!
Okay. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead.
I don't even need to dodge. It'll be the same every time. Rocket
Yep.
Eagle!
Bro, he hit me with nasty thing. Stunned me and then ended up hitting me with a art.
Disgraceful. Incandescent steam! Pyrogenic wind! Quick back! Jump back! One whip! Finish! This
Not bad.
I want to get away because I'm not trusting him.
You're not too shabby. No escape.
That dude hits hard.
See this? I'll stop you.
Oh, that's nice. Will it kill him?
But I'm this close. I won't miss. Form zero.
Did. That's cool.
Not bad at all. But I'm not done yet.
After we just forged those two, dude.
You put up a good fight. I'll give you that. But you're a frickin' demon. Shouldn't you bring more to the table than pretty damn good Rangetsu style? You don't have what it takes to win against the rightful heir.
Don't count me out. Just yet. I've got something to show you! Take this!
Pretty cool how he just used his own sword against him like that. Very good split decision.
Now that was clever. Giving up one of your own hands to go for my neck. If I was just a second slower, I'd be dead now. I like it. This is what I've been looking for. All right, let's call it good here. Listen up. If y'all want any hope of beating me, come find me once you're more skilled and better armed.
I'll cut you down. No matter how many times I lose. No matter how many years it takes.
There we go. That's the face I'm looking for. So vicious. It's perfect.
What is wrong with him?
Shouldn't you be worrying more about your own skin? The entire Abbey knows
So
by
I'm
now
guessing
that you're a
Shigure told the
traitor.
people to evacuate or something? Because there's no way they wouldn't have seen this.
That guy, he was really strong.
Yeah, he was. They all are.
But we will beat him if we must. No matter what it takes.
The Von Eltius here.
Let's get going.
Please, take me with you. I'll make a sword that surpasses Stormhowl yet. I know I will. But for another blade to beat Stormhowl, its wielder must be a swordsman of unmatched skill.
The training arc.
Hey, Eisen. Got any room on this pile of wood scrap for a suit of armor?
If not, make someone wear it.
Works for me. You heard him, Kurogane.
Many thanks.
Okay, we're off to find Grimoire and decipher the book. You know where we're going, right, kiddo? Yeah. We're headed for the Isolde Archipelago in Southgand.
Fun little fight. So we got some more arts learned. Shadow Flow, okay. Numbing Glaciite. Provides the ability to trigger random paralysis related skills. Virtuous Spy.
Velvet's demon hand. It's such a mysterious weapon. I can only imagine how much of a threat
big
it will
threat.
become to the Abbey. This calls for a clear-headed breakdown of everything I know about it so far. It changes shape in a flash, and could devour most anything. How must that feel, to devour something with your hand like that? But it doesn't
I
devour the
love how they just
bandages
do
that cover it
bro.
up.
Rub in the back.
Maybe they're protected with some sort of special art? Likewise, the rest of her outfit can't be ignored. One would think she wouldn't want to wear such ragged clothing, yet she clearly has no inclination of buying something new. I suppose that could be taken to mean she has some sort of attachment to it. But that top is really big for her. Like it was made for a man. Maybe she wears that outfit in memory of someone important to her. I'd better not touch it then. I know I may not look it, but I really am good at sewing. Maybe I should suggest mending her clothes rather than outright replacing them. On the other hand, that fabric looks like
When
it
you
would be
got
hard to
Moggy
push a
Luke
needle
looking
through.
at you like that,
I
it's
could be in
bad.
over my head. But the tougher the fight, the more I get fired up. Of course, Lord Artorias would probably scold me if he heard me talking like that.
Who'd scold you for what now?
Oh, well, I was thinking about sewing. I mean, your clothes, they're all beat up, and I thought that if I offered to mend them for you, you'd probably scold me. Wouldn't you?
You'd mend my clothes? Have they been worrying you that much?
I mean, not like constantly or anything. It just crosses my mind from time to time.
Are you good at it?
Yes. I'm told I come across as awkward sometimes, but if nothing else, I'm good with my hands.
I see. All right, if I ever need it done, I'll come to you.
Good. Just leave it to me.
Are you feeling all right? You're really sweating. The heat and the cold doesn't bother me at all. But you're a human, so you need to take care of
Honestly,
yourself.
seems like a really good benefit of being a
And
demon.
if you keep soaking in your own sweat, you'll catch a cold.
Don't feel cold, don't feel heat.
Besides, I don't imagine it feels that great. You should keep washing
But
and
even if you
bathing
can't
on your
feel
own
it, I imagine
schedule,
you probably still
like
get like
however you did before
hypothermia,
falling
heat
in
stroke
with us.
probably.
Just let me know and I'll make it work. Because the guys aren't considerate enough to stop and ask you if you need to.
Sure. All right. Thanks. That was a surprisingly normal thing for her to say. I probably shouldn't bother with her clothes for now. We girls have to be considerate of each other.
But like how she said with Velvet's clothes, you know, the top looks too big for like a man. They kind of look more like pirate clothes in a way. I doubt these belonged to... I want to say these could possibly be Ifried's, but I doubt it because Eisen probably would have said something. And I'm pretty sure he has not said anything about it. So, don't know, and don't think there's really much to go off of with the outfit itself. I think that's the only time you really get her outfit mentioned. But, whoever wore it, it's very, very weird. So it would be cool to learn the origins behind this, really, but I don't think you ever really do. But yeah, other than that, in real life situations right now, I'm currently reading Elfenlied. I'm on the last omnibus for that. It's been pretty good, besides the extremely old art style. It's been very good. It's a completely different from the anime, pretty much like how Rosario plus Vampire is. The manga for Rosario plus Vampire is way better in terms of plot and story and everything. The anime just like completely changed it and cut a lot of stuff out. But that's the same thing with Elfenlied, basically. The third omnibus is pretty dark. It gets pretty dark in that, which it's already dark in general anyway, the series, but that's where it hits like a really, really big turning point. But I've been enjoying it so far. I think next I will probably read When Will Ayamu Make His Move, or maybe Soul Leader. I'm kind of running out of my physical copies of stuff in terms of manga to read.
So, you guys made it. Whatever happened to that sword breaker?
He's been dealt with.
What are you doing here?
After everything you said to me, I had a change of heart. I quit banditry. Thank you.
I'm glad you listened to reason. What do you plan on doing from here on out?
I'm heading to the capital. I plan on opening a restaurant for bandit cuisine.
Bandit
Sounds
cuisine?
weird.
Yeah, you get your hands on all sorts of food as a bandit. You gotta use what you have, and still make a tasty meal. Like a wild mushroom omelet minus the eggs. Or highwayman's stew. It's like a hunter's stew, but, you know, made by bandits.
That sounds somewhat improper, actually. but I'd still love to visit after you open.
Wonder if he ever opened it.
All right. I'll be an upright citizen in no time. Maybe even the kind of man you'd consider spending some time with.
I'm rooting for you.
Hey, were you actually listening to him?
Of course I was. It's wonderful he's turned over a new leaf.
Oblivious. But yeah, not much to really read. I think I've only got Darling in the Franxx, Soul Leader, Noragami, which I still gotta wait for the last part to come out. Well, it's already out, but I just gotta wait for it to come out in omnibus form. Trinity 7. I still need to finish getting, I think, like 4 more books of SAO Girl Ops. I did read Hollowization's manga, which is really good. It's completely different from the game story after a point, but it's the story for the manga seems like they could actually make it pretty canon for the game.
Hey, you there. That's one impressive sword you got.
You know a lot about swords?
I'm a novice swordsmith. Been at it for 20 years. Now, I'm finally able to make a blade worthy of the name.
20 years? And still just a novice?
It's a competitive world out there for a swordsmith, especially here on this island.
But I heard many swordsmiths have given up. There's less ore around nowadays, and swords don't work against the demons.
True, swords are useless against demons. Unless it's an exorcist that's using them. Kednik's weaponry has always been prized in Midgand. The Abbey recognized our talents, and now, business is booming. All the smiths here are grateful to the Abbey. They're keeping all of us alive and fed.
And I do want to mention, like, I'll end up mentioning it in, like, the next few videos as well, but August 4th, I will be leaving to go on vacation, so I'm going to try to at least get, at the very least, get 3 videos recorded of this, and then upload them while I'm gone. So, that way you guys can have something while, you know, I'm not here to actually record more. But, yeah, I'll be going on vacation for a week, and I'll try to get those out.
Eisen, I thought you were supposed to be in Midgand. How did you end up here in Islegand? I thought I'd gotten used to you performing the impossible, but this time, I'm at a loss for words. We heard from the Bloodwings that the Abbey might have taken you guys out.
Not this time, but our luck won't last forever. Think of this as a dry run for when I really kick the bucket.
Aye, aye, First Mate. More importantly, are you sure it's okay to bring an exorcist aboard?
I've got my eye on her. If she does anything funny, I'll handle it.
Got it. We'll be on our guard, too.
So that should be everything. Let me actually check this, the code reds. So we received 6,850 for completing 3 code reds, in addition to Overzealous Spider. Okay, so yeah, all of these are completed. Everything we can do at this point. That looks really cool with the wings. I think that's literally like the only humanoid enemy we have that's like part demon, really. I mean, besides this, but that's more monster than anything compared to this. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and save real quick before we set out. So I think we're going to Yassault now, they said, which that's where we need to find Magulu's friend. And this will be a big, like, plot turning point, too. So selling between continents. We can sell between them now. Different continents. Talk to Benwick. Doesn't cost gold. So you can see these are basically all the places we've been to. We can't select any other places right now because, I mean, the exorcists know where they know who we are. So you can see at the top left, that's where the island of Titania is, the prison. And then at the very top, I believe that's the snow area. And right there in the middle, I'm pretty sure that's Midgand, considering that's in the middle as well. But yeah, way been quite a bit. And we're all the way down here in the bottom left. So we went all the way from over there where Midgard is to all the way over here. So now we're going to Yseul.
I gotta say, you guys look less like pirates and more like a circus troupe.
Magelu's menagerie.
Are you alright with having demons on board, Benwick?
Not remotely an issue. If you're aboard this ship of misfits, you're a pirate. That's just our creed. At least, that's what the captain and the first mate always say.
Speaking of the captain, what's Eifried like?
Let's see. How do I put it? He's like if the sea were a person, and that person had a pointy beard.
Huh. A bearded sea?
Look, everybody on this ship is an outcast from society in some way. Despite that, Captain Eifried accepted us for who we are, and took us all on board.
So he's a kind man.
Well, would you say that the sea is kind?
At times.
How would it feel to dive in with an open wound?
It would sting. A lot.
Quite so. Some days he's calm and steady, and others he rages. He can be shallow, deep, even a whirlpool.
Sounds like he's a little scary and hard to read.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to serve him. But that air of mystery keeps us around, and makes us want to take those jumps. At the end of the day, the dread pirate Van Eifried is one hell of a guy.
He sounds like Velvet in a lot of ways.
Wait, what? How so? I didn't describe him right at all, did I?
Benwick, we're changing course at once for Port Renede.
Sir? What's going on?
3 of our men have collapsed from the Corsair Scourge. They first showed symptoms 3 days ago. How are you holding up?
I'm still doing all right. But if this really started 3 days ago, that means we're all carrying it, doesn't it?
That's what I'm afraid of. But if we head straight to Port Renede, we should be able to get medicine there.
I'll check on everyone's condition.
Make sure everyone stays hydrated, including yourself, understand?
I think in a way this is like
all hands,
kind of their form of, like, I guess you could say the Black Death.
The crew's holding up well for a bunch of folks at death's door.
What do you mean? Is this Corsair Scourge fatal?
Quite. No one knows what causes it, but it starts with a high fever and ends up with the body falling apart
I don't
like
think they
sand.
ever describe, figure out
There was
really
a great
what
band
is
of
the
pirates who
Corsair
ruled the
Scourge.
seas, but the disease spread through their ships and killed every one of them. That's why it's called the Corsair Scourge.
Does that mean we've been infected as well?
You humans, for sure.
Only humans fall prey to the Corsair Scourge.
Then it could have gotten to you too. Right, Moggy-Loo?
Oh, right. Alas, that my glorious saga should meet such an ignominious end!
I can't allow our vessel to die from this. If you start to feel ill, speak up.
I will.
All right, we'll all be helping out in the search. Everyone but Eleanor, that is.
Huh? Oh, why does she get to stay? I might be dying too, you know.
You're a witch. Magic
Magic
yourself
yourself.
healthy. Now quit whining and get going.
Speaking of magic, I'll mention this
Oh,
after.
not even a witch is safe from the ravages of the Reaper's curse.
The Reaper's curse?
Okay, where's the herbalist? If I remember right, the Corsair's Scourge needs a particularly special medicine.
Yeah, it's a wildflower called Salatoma. Its juice can cure the Corsair's Scourge.
Doesn't sound too tricky.
Let's not relax until we have it in hand.
Right. Now let's get going.
Hold on a minute. Won't you just be spreading the disease if everyone wanders into town?
Surprisingly, no. For whatever reason, you can only catch it over the ocean waves. It's speculated it might have something to do with the salt in the air, or maybe the microbes in the seawater.
Nobody knows
Very
the cause
weird.
for sure, but there are no recorded cases of people catching it on land.
I see. A strange affliction indeed.
We'll be back soon. You all remain on the ship.
All right. Good luck out there, sir.
We've got to hurry.
Solitoma. Is this really going to be necessary?
What do you mean, Eleanor?
Oh, nothing. It's just, well, the herb is known to work well for fevers and the like, but it tastes bad. So bad. Some say it would even bring a demon to the brink of tears.
Maybe so. But better to drink it than to die, right?
Oh, I'm not worried. It just reminded me of stories from my childhood is all.
See.
That Rokuro, always telling all of us except Eleanor to work harder. Doesn't he realize that I'm a delicate maiden too? This is workplace discrimination. I should put him on a witch trial and burn him at the stake!
Eat Magilu.
I don't think that's how witch trials
A
work.
witch trial for Rokuro.
What's wrong, Eleanor? You look like you've got something on your mind.
I'm just trying to figure out what Rokuro was thinking. When I had Lord Shigure at the end of my spear, Rokuro threw his dagger right at my head. I thought I was dead for sure. I feel like I saw who he truly was.
It should.
And it
He's a
frightens me.
yaksha.
But he and Lord Shigure are always trying to kill each other. I can't understand why he did what he did.
It might have something to do with his Bushido code.
What's Bushido? Is that like a sword fighter's code?
It's a way of thinking. Be loyal to your lord. Respect your parents. Protect the weak. And act with honor.
You're saying that he was following this Bushido code, and he was protecting me because I was weak?
He might have turned into a demon, but his memories and personality are still intact. I doubt his moral values have disappeared either.
Do you really think he believes in that Bushido stuff? Carving through his enemies with a cruel and unsparing sword! Slash! Pow! Shazam! That's the true nature of a Rangetsu man. I heard that when Velvet first met him, he immediately attacked her without any provocation. I'm sure you haven't already forgotten how he turned his swords on the kid in that fight against Kurogane.
I wouldn't read too much into what Magilu's saying. Rokuro lives for his sword, and that's just who he is.
But I don't think he's all that bad.
I thought you were the one who called him frightening.
I know I said he can be a scary person, but how do I put it? I do feel there's more to him than just wanting to cut people up. It's like he's more sensitive to other people's emotions than he might seem to be at first glance. A sword fighter has to sense his opponents on some level, right?
For a crazed demon, he's actually a nice guy. Is that
Nice
it?
guy.
Maybe. I don't know. It's not like I know him well enough to claim any deep personal insight or anything.
You brought it up.
Okay, so speaking of magical, I've been reading Magical Girl Apocalypse as well, and that's been really good. Highly recommend it. It is literally what it sounds like, an apocalypse with magical girls. The magical girls are bad. They're not, regular. I'm not into the magical girl genre, but this is completely different. Think of it like High School of the Dead, and there was another thing it was close to, but mainly think of High School of the Dead, but magical girls. But another thing too I want to check is, remember Rokuro's daggers got cut, but see here they're still normal, so nothing to worry about there. And another thing too is that I saw on Twitter some rumors that apparently there is a Tales of Xyla remake. So that would be cool if we actually get one. I'll definitely pick that up because I played it the first one and there's a little bit of the second one, but I love that one
Yesterday,
too.
my nets pulled up an arm. Manacles,
Take it with a grain
even
of salt,
a brand
though.
on that one.
I really can't take this anymore. I'm losing my appetite, and it's bad for my heart.
You said it. Judging by the tides, they would have to have come from that prison island. Is it really just a prison?
You think it's strange, too? I've suspected something about that place for a while now. They say the whole island is a prison, but if you ask me, I bet it's just an execution ground.
Or it's for experimenting on demons.
Experimenting? What do you mean?
Testing the demons' capabilities. That's why they need prisoners. Food for the monsters.
Not a bad theory.
Just kidding. There's no way the Abbey would do something that horrible, right?
You sure think of some crazy ideas. I bet all of this is the work of some vicious pirate gang.
Yeah, something like that.
That guy, he's pretty sharp.
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen any patrol ships around there recently. Used to be they'd chase you off if you got too close.
You know, you're right. If there are pirates about, it'll mean trouble unless the Abbey tightens up their patrols.
The best we can do is keep a wide berth of it for now. We wouldn't want pirates and demons sneaking up on us.
I think we'd notice if pirates or demons were around. No way they'd catch us unawares.
I can't tell if he's
Dull
sharp.
as a brick.
Or
Never
dull
heard
as
that
a
one
brick.
before. Expedition, please give us the last thing. Dude.
Scout ship.
Title. Also, let me see art, because we did get some new ones. Shadow flow. That binds a foe with a gravity orb, then slashes with a cleaving right kick, especially effective against the amorphous. Let's put it here. Let's see, did anybody... Okay, you mastered this. Yeah, so we'll put that on. Boots, you mastered. Do we have anything else? Well, the other ones have it on, so. Okay, nothing on Wafi set. Nothing on her. Magilu, you literally have everything new. Quite a bit, almost, on Eisen. And that's it, okay. But yeah, if we really would get a Tales of Xylo remake, it'd be awesome. I would highly recommend that to anybody who hasn't played it, because it's nice. It's kind of similar. I think it's the only Tales game to do this, but the story mode is basically like Scarlet Nexus, where you can select, between two characters, even though they're going to be in the same party.
That's an interesting bridge.
This
you have
bridge has
different
a bit of
moments in the
history
game
to
where
it.
you get
Port
more inner
Renede was
monologue.
originally built here on this inlet.
And
the water's deep enough for ships, but
like
as you
one
can
of them
see,
has a little
it's
bit
a bit
more
too
boss
narrow
fights
for a
than the
port.
other one.
Large ships couldn't come close without a top-rate crew, so Port Renede was used almost exclusively by smaller ships.
What about the Von Eltia?
We're the best of the best. We came and went as we pleased.
So your point is you wanted to brag?
Hey, let me finish. The people wanted their town to grow, so they built an outer harbor for large ships, and this bridge to connect to it.
Uh-huh. So that's why the port and the town are separate.
But there's more. We secretly helped provide the funds and resources for them to build it.
So you are bragging.
And did this bridge bring prosperity to Port Renede?
No. The Abbey began regulating shipping and travel, right about the time the town finished building the outer port. If only the seas had remained free, Port Renede would have developed into a center for commerce and trade.
I suppose things don't always go as planned.
Then again, even if Port Renede became a bustling port, we still would have no trouble slipping in or out.
I'm not biting this time.
There's an interesting thing over here. Where is it? Am I remembering wrong? Maybe it's not appearing yet, but there's like 3 frogs. over here, and I know I heard the croaking of the frog right over there, but there is 3 of them. Maybe they'll be here when we come back through. So now we're in town. Let's check out some of this stuff.
When I was in Port Zexen, I heard that a swarm of demons attacked the palace and killed the High Priest.
No way! Isn't the palace the most heavily guarded place in the world? How did the exorcists let that happen?
Bad news really does travel fast.
They say that the demons were disguised as humans, but were actually enormous monsters, twice the size of any man. They had razor-sharp horns and 3 burning eyes. They could take over your mind just by glaring at you.
If the demons were that terrible, no wonder the exorcists couldn't deal with them.
Some rumors say they escaped. Some say a legate took them down in a climactic battle. But no one knows the truth. We should be ready to run in case they show up.
Is the world falling apart? Will the bad times return again?
A horned giant with 3 eyes, huh? Velvet, you're one scary lady.
They said swarm, so they were talking about you, too.
I really need to start selling some of these things. If there's ever a moment where I can, like, just end an episode and we're in town, I will probably sell some stuff.
I know I'm repeating myself, but that's just not possible.
But the High Priest hasn't been seen since then. How do you explain that? I heard some people from the capital say that he might have been attacked by demons.
The Abbey's trying to cover it up, but the truth is getting out.
The security at the palace is better than anywhere else. Demons breaking in? Inconceivable.
But what if a whole horde assailed the castle?
The exorcists guarding the palace are elite, the best of the best. Horde or not, they couldn't have gotten in.
But what if they were some sort of giant demons? No matter how elite the guards may be, they'd have trouble against something like that.
If giant demons appeared in the capital, there'd be an uproar. I understand your concerns, but please remain calm and trust us. Panic and confusion is just what the demons want. They'll use it to slip into this very town.
Well, we know that, but still.
It looks like rumors from the capital are spreading.
The more chaos there is here, the easier it'll be for us to move around.
Exactly. So let's see. Cat box right over there too. I gotta go around for that one. Nothing else around here. The herb. And in. Okay. Why not? Let's see. See what happens.
Say! Ah! Say!
Did you need something?
No, not really.
As you say.
Why aren't you training with 2 swords?
This is how I've always trained. 10,000 practice swings a day since I was a kid. I just wanted a single good swipe at Shigure. So I swung, and eventually just naturally got to this point.
That's incredible.
Not really. I need to be prepared to face Shigure at any moment. But I've been thinking I should up it to 100,000 swings.
100,000? Do you have any idea how much time that'll take?
Nah.
Even if you did 1 swing a second, you couldn't do that many in 1 day.
Oh? But 10 swings a second would do the trick.
Rokuro, what?
Rokuro.
Even still, I know it would take more than 100,000 swings to be a match for Shigure. Not with 1 sword or with 2.
And you keep doing it despite knowing it's pointless? That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to defeat an undefeatable adversary. The whole damned idea is daft, as you put it. All I can do is recognize the fact and give it my best shot.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
If only I could figure out how to stay up all night and still feel rested. Now there's a challenge I can't beat.
You need to go to bed. A lack of sleep will get you killed faster than a lack of practice.
You're right. I'll do that.
Nice little interaction. Shows you a little bit more about Road 2. So let's see, anything on this side before I go? Life bottle, cool. We're gonna need more of those. Code red, let's see, what do you got? Yep, 2 new ones, figured. Secluded waters. I'm pretty sure these are the places that we're going right now. So, event height further increases damage inflicted during a weak point combo on moderate difficulty or higher. Grants a random skill that enhances abilities when HP drops below a certain level on moderate or higher. Kind of sucks that these don't work on every game mode. Like, you have to be on a higher mode for these to kind of work, but makes sense. Yeah, I know this kid, I think he has his own little specific game that you can play back here. Character card. So the goal of this game is to claim matching pairs of cards, collect scoring sets. Begin each turn by choosing one card from your hand and playing it on the field. If a card with a matching title is currently on the field, you may take both cards into your scoring pile if there is no match, your card remains on the field. Item exchange, a bunch of these. Let's try it out real quick just to see how it is. I think I only played this like one. Oh, I like this. These are characters from other Tales games. I can tell you right now, I know these from Symphonia, and I know this one from Berseria, and then on that bottom row at the top, I know him right there in the purple from Vesperia. And at that top row up there, I know the top left, I know those yellow cards, the yellow with the green, because they're all from Xyla. So that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and use that. So this is basically how it works. You just match them with like their, you know, what kind of game they're from and whatnot. Oh, I can match from up in his pile? Really? Huh. Well, I guess it's just in general on the board. Huh. I honestly don't really understand how it works. Crazy right here though, I got 3 Vesperia characters. It also probably helps to know which matches are good, because then you can get more points for it. Oh yeah, see, he got all the Tales of the Abyss characters there too. Yeah, I have no matches here. I'll just throw you out. Tales of Shiloh, we got fully those, cool. And I'm guessing I can take one of these? Or, I know. Okay, so final round. Wow, yeah, I don't have anybody for this. Yeah, nobody. Man, I'm getting nobody for these. Okay, so we won like by a 10-point margin. So you can see how that game works. Sorry that took time, but I do want to show that off since that is a unique mini game to him only, I'm pretty sure. So let's check what the shop guy has. Life bottles? I'm gonna take life bottles. So I can only buy 4. Let's go ahead and buy those. Okay. Go ahead and open that. Nothing. Okay.
Hello there. How can I help you today?
We're looking for Salatoma flowers.
Well now, that's an order I don't get every day. It's not for the Corsair's Scourge by any chance.
The very same. Some of our crew developed fever 3 days ago. I want to take care of it as quickly as possible.
Understandable, but unfortunately, I'm out of stock right now.
How can you be out of stock? The flower's in season, isn't it?
It is, but not too long ago, a demon appeared in Warg Forest, where we harvested. And now the Abbey won't let anyone inside.
They what? Why haven't they exterminated the demon?
From what little I've heard, they've had trouble tracking the thing. 100 people go in, maybe only one will actually come across the beast.
If it's so rare, then what's the danger?
Because nobody who's encountered it has come back alive.
First the Corsair's Scourge, then no medicine, the Abbey, and a mysterious demon. Never a dull moment with the Reaper's curse, eh?
I could try to order some from other towns, but if you're already on day 3, it might not make it in time.
But if we go to the Warg Forest, the Salatoma will be in bloom, correct?
Right, but the demon...
We're going to the forest.
Easy decision. See, there's more pop-ups over here. Let's check these out. I want to go ahead and get these out the way.
Dad, I can't take it anymore. I can't deal with life in this village.
There you go, with the whining again.
Those two, they seem to be rather upset.
Being
They're going at it, hammer and tongs.
The phrase
Hammer and
is hammer and
thongs.
tongs.
I'm not whining. It's been 10 years and the village is no better off than when we started. Every year it gets colder, and every year our harvest gets worse. And the risk of demon blight hasn't gone away.
Your point? Compared to other regions, Westgand has fewer cases of demon blight. Other areas are suffering worse from the cold and the demons. I'd say we're better off here than anywhere else.
He's not wrong.
You're saying we're lucky that all we have to worry about is cultivating this inhospitable land?
Don't be so impatient. We'll see results. Westgand has incredible potential. If we keep working this land, eventually it will become a prosperous place. Maybe not now, but in 100 years or 1,000, our descendants will have joy and plenty. That's enough for me.
There you go again. Who cares about ancestors? I'm talking about...
Good man, your words have moved me. As an exorcist, I promise to work my hardest to end the demon blight and help people like you find security.
Oh, thank you for your kind words, young exorcist. Then I have a request. How about you start helping by marrying this fool son of mine?
What?
Ever since his lover gave him the slip, he's been whining like this non-stop.
I'm very sorry, but that wasn't exactly what I had in
Nope.
mind.
You guys?
The demon of Warg Forest? Yeah, I heard about it. It's been the talk of the town round here lately. My guess is it's some kind of invisible demon. Scary, right?
An invisible demon?
A bunch of exorcists got together to hunt the demon, but they couldn't find it. If it's not invisible, then maybe it's so fast they couldn't see it, or too small for them to notice.
What kind of watch are they keeping on the forest now?
Shouldn't you know? You're an exorcist too, right?
Yes, but my duties take me from place to place, and I don't know the details of the demon hunts in this area.
I see. I don't really know the details myself either, but I hear the exorcists are patrolling in shifts.
Interesting. It sounds like they still might not have a good lead on what this demon is.
Please hurry. Find that demon and get rid of it. We won't feel safe until it's gone.
You have my word. We'll do everything we can.
We're here to find Salitoma. Sorry, but we don't have time to go demon hunting.
I know.
Alright, let's continue with a little bit of time we got. Only like 9 more minutes. Already a code red over there. Considering this area is really big, we'll explore this in the next one, because this area is pretty huge. That'd be the better solution. So, also a new enemy back there. But yeah, that's been it for this part. We had our fight with Rokuro's brother Shigure. Obviously we're gonna have to fight him again, which is gonna be the conclusion. We've got to get stronger for him, definitely, and even the other exorcist legates. But now we ended up coming over here because now we have Corsair Scourge, so that detoured us off from going to Yasult, Tamagulu's friend. So in the next part, we'll continue this, go get the Salamatoma, or whatever the hell it was. That way we can cure the Corsair Scourge, and then we should be back on the course for Yasult after that. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to be it for this part, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.